Okay guys, I am back and this will be my design team projects for Emmephemera's Treasures. And we are going to be altering some notebooks. I've already kind of got started on some of them and I will flip through these at the very end. But I was trying my hand at some techniques with like mixed media and stuff. And so I thought that these would be fun. So yeah, I've kind of already got a lot of it going since I'm so behind in July. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'm going to take this background is actually Lorna at Tailor-Made Journals, right? Yes. Okay. Sorry. And so then what I'm going to be using is quite a few different things of Emily's. A lot of her like background. I know that's not the full background. But the music background and then I think it's called Wings and Bloom kit. So I'll just be it'll be kind of like a montage of things. But what this lady came out of her scrapbook set 3 large die cuts and buildings. I've just printed these two and I printed it in 5x7. This is what the normal size looks like. So there comes like 2 to a page, the guy and the girl. So we're gonna put this girl on Lorna's papers really quick. And then, yeah, it's been a few days since I've been in the craft room. So we'll see how well the glue works, right? Sometimes when I take too long of a break, my glues tend to not work as well. So what I'm going to do is lay this down on here. And then we're going to tear around it, ink it, glue it to the book, and then we're going to take a little bit of that matte medium that I have in the far right corner here. And then we are going to put some designs with our stencil in it. So yeah, that's my plan. And I've never done boho before, so this is all kind of new for me. So yeah, we're just gonna see how it goes. Yeah, so this one probably won't be too long of a series, but I hope it'll be exciting. Altering notebooks is one of my most favoriteest things to do, and since they're kind of on sale now because of back to school, I get really excited because then you can get them usually 25 to 50 cents a piece at Walmart. I think while we were out and about, they were like 50 cents this year at Walmart. So yeah, and these you can make in any theme. And they're cute and they make really great inexpensive gifts. In fact, I think I'll probably end up making some for Christmas with like Christmas themed ones, and I'll make them with you guys. So that, yeah, especially when you have like teachers or, you know, just co-workers even, or like a church function, or, you know, just something like that. Like I said, they make really great, because they're usable, right? Like they're not, what's the words I'm looking for? You know what I'm talking about. They just make really great, stellar little gifts. And they're, yeah, like I said, they're pretty quick, and you can make them as fancy or not fancy, excuse me, as you want. It's like almost like a no holds bar type of thing. You can add as many pockets as you want. You can add envelopes, which I'll show you what I did to one of the notebooks already in just a little bit. so I have my cover. Yep, just about perfect. Okay, that's what I'm going for. Not perfection, but going for the whole, almost the whole cover. I mean, you can use scrapbook paper. You can use your scraps and just scrappy it up. Yeah, these are, like I said, these are one of the funnest things I make. They're great. They're great. In fact, up until a little while ago, I had several in my vehicle. And then when I would run into people, because I'm that weirdo that usually keeps at least one thing of tissue paper, like, you know, like a little bundle of tissue paper and some type of gift in my car, just in case, like I run into somebody and it's their birthday, I'd be like, oh, wait here. Forgot your gift in the truck. Yeah, I'm that weirdo. So yeah, I mean, because look, I mean, they're pretty flat, so you could put 3 or 4 of them in your vehicle and just have them as spare gifts. Or like, you know, if somebody asks you for a donation or whatever, it's right there. No need to go any further. All right, so I'm gonna stick my gross mat in there. And then this is pretty much my first rodeo with this matte medium. So I'm going to go ahead and come over onto the picture a little bit, or not picture, but like the edging here. And I'll show you why in a minute. Oh, probably would have helped if I had opened this first, right? I've had a lot of fun with this week. Or weekend, I should say. I'm just trying to get a good spot to start it. Don't try this at home, kids. What kind of craft would it be if I wasn't wearing half of it, right? Okay, now I'm going to make sure none of that came through the back side there. And then I'm going to lay it down here. Put it over on this side. Then probably right after I get this done laid down, I'm going to go ahead and go wash this really quick. So I'll have to put you on pause. Okay. Okay, yep, I'm liking that. Make sure I didn't get any blood over, and I did. Gosh darn it. Okay, so let's just lay it down gently there. I'm probably almost out of frame now. Sorry, guys. Let's see if I can rearrange this a little bit. Okay. All right, I like that. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. And then I will be right back and we will start on the other one. I'm going to leave it just how it is, only just kind of like pick it up and move it and wash off my thing really quick. I don't think I'll get much more off of that. But yeah, so yeah, I am going to pause and I will be right back, guys. Oh, okay, guys. Oh, sorry, I totally jostled you getting that turned back on. All right, so the next step is I'm going to take my vintage photo and I'm going to put a little bit of color just around my brush here, kind of down in the creases. I'm not going to worry that it's going on top of the matte medium just yet, because I really just want to get down into the crevices. Because we're going to end up defining these with the waxes, the Prima wax. So we're just adding layers and layers and layers and layers. And then maybe one day I'll actually get good at mixed media, right? Okay. We can just go in here and just wipe off the Distress ink off the matte medium. It seems to work pretty good. Okay, so then the next colors I'm going to be using is the Turquoise Satin and the Opal Magic in Royal Robes. Oh. And actually, I think I'm going to use the Royal, this one, or the Turquoise Satin first. It doesn't look like it's going to do much, but it really does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm out of this stuff. And this one I'm putting down into the crevices instead of right up on top. I'm not being overly particular on where it goes. Here in just a few minutes, it's gonna, as it starts to dry, is when it's really gonna start picking up colors. And I'm gonna have to find where to buy these. Probably on Etsy, I would guess. Actually, there's a few shops up in there that'll probably have these. I'd like to try a couple of the other colors. I don't know, does Prima have their own like website, like, or do they just rely on distributors? I don't know if the camera will even pick up how it's starting to kind of turn turquoise down in there. I do think I'm going to use, Emily has a couple of postcard ephemera in her shop too. And I love the little ephemera pieces, like the back side of the postcard. And then we can put, maybe we can put an elephant on that. But I was thinking like right here is where we put the postcard. All right, and as that starts to dry, it's going to get a whole lot more turquoise going on in there. I think I already said that. Sorry, the washer's going too, so that's a bit distracting for me because lately it's been getting, like, it's throwing itself off balance, which is kind of really annoying. And this is that stuff that I adore the smell of. And so far, I haven't had any problem with gluing with it. Like, it seems to just glue just fine. So by the time you see this, see what will be the date. Like the 28th. So tomorrow, the 29th, is my birthday. And both kids are working, and so is Paul. So I will be utterly alone on my birthday. So I've decided that, provided I am like all caught up on videos and I have a few days, I'm gonna go ahead and gut the craft room and really like deep down organize. And I'm behind on my coffee dyeing too, so I'm gonna need to do that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add some more of the turquoise because I don't think I had quite enough down in there. Oh, that's the gold. We don't want gold yet. Yeah, the pink is starting. Again, I don't know. I can't tell right now what you're seeing. But yeah. The pink is starting to, now that it's drying, is really starting to kind of show through. Okay. Ooh, I'm liking that. Okay, now so the gold, I will say with the gold, a little dab will do ya. And by that I mean like the gold tends to get everywhere. So you just have to be really careful you're getting exactly where you want it. I kind of want it just skiffed around. I don't want solid. That makes any sense whatsoever. I just really just kind of tipping in there. Some areas a little heavier than others. You know, I'm sorry if you can hear it. Paul's watching 2.5 Men. It's one of his favorite shows. And it's the old ones with Charlie in there, so there's a whole lot of inappropriate language. We never usually watch it with the kids around, so since the kids are both at work and whatnot today, he's watching it. Sorry I'm so quiet. Just thinking. I bet this type of thing would look really pretty with like a rose gold one. And this stuff does change like perception. Like I said, when it's dried, like it looks really bold right now, I think. Like I don't know what the camera is portraying, but it seems very dark right now, but it will lighten up as it dries. I hope you all are doing well. I don't believe I said that earlier. We are doing well here. Just trying to live the dream, right? Oh, I do have some sad news. Our little baby Henry died. He got his little foot caught, and I doctored it, but I think when rabbits get sick, it can go from nothing to something in a while. So I think he had a bit of infection, and I think it just, since he was already compromised, I think, I mean, it didn't look infected, so I don't know. It could have just been his time too. But at least the little baby got some love before he went on. Well, he got a whole lot of love. He got really spoiled. I truly don't think he was long for this world to begin with, but we got him for a little time, so that was good. For those of you that are new and haven't seen those previous videos, my daughter does rabbits for 4-H. And this spring we had a little baby born, kind of like spinal bifida. Like, I don't know what the equivalent in rabbit would be, but so we just watched him. He was born with this weird sore on his back, and his back legs never worked right. So we just watched him and nursed him, and the mama took really good care of him, so we didn't have to do too much. And we gave him some extra supplements and things like that. And he did really well for a couple weeks, but yeah, they're about 8 weeks old now. So, and he just passed 2 days ago. So wee bit sad, but you know, such is nature, right? So now I have a special cage that I built just for him when it was time to wean him from mom. So I don't know what we're going to do with that, but we'll probably just save it in case we have another special needs baby. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to call that one good, and we're going to let that dry. And I'm going to call, oh, I don't know. Okay, if it's under 30 minutes, then I'll add a little bit more to it once it's all dry as far as like coming back. If it's right at the 30 mark, then I will just see you, see you guys tomorrow with the decorating portion and how I do the spines, because I think that's one of the things we haven't really touched on when I've done these before, is how I put together the spines or like cover them. So it's pretty easy, but you know what? Maybe somebody's not seen it. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, guys, I decided, since the last one was only like 25 minutes, that I would wait till this one was dry. And then we would go ahead and get this one pretty much like ready. And get its wax on, and so that tomorrow we can just decorate like the insides of it. Oh, got a little dark there, didn't I? Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are finding these interesting or not, but I sure dig these altered notebooks. And like I said, they're right now is the time to get them, because normally, like, if you wait, then they go up to like $1.50. And then the dollar store ones, I mean, they're okay. I mean, if that's what you decide to do, then that's what you decide to do. The only thing I will tell you though is that those ones, the covers are pretty thin, and I've used them, and they don't hold up as good as they could. But by all means, if you like them, use them, but I don't care for them. And then the other one is getting to where it's almost dry. So I will show you kind of what it's looking like. I am kind of putting this one on a little bit thick in those areas. This one, of course, is the pink one. I decided to go kind of heavy in it. It does show up a little, like the darker the medium, I guess, or whatever you're using. See how it really shows up there? Like, can you see it? Anyways, yeah, the darker you go with your background, the more it's going to show. But for this one, it doesn't need to show a ton, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I think I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and try to order some of the darker ones out. The ones that aren't opal is what I'm saying. So, yeah, I think the next project is going to kind of just be like ephemera. That'll be my guest design team project for Nikki. So we're doing something kind of loosely based on Angela Kerr's little envelope that she used. It's recent, within like the last couple of days, where she used like the snap closure or buttons, I think it might have been. Sorry, I can't remember now, but yeah. Okay, not really liking that little finger. That's a little heavy-handed. And you can move this wax around pretty good. I'm a little irritated with that one, but that's all right. Well, make something frilly come off on the edges, right? Still kind of, I know this is weird. My brain's like jumping all over the board at the moment. But I'm still pretty irritated that they didn't have Big Brother on this year. I mean, I thought for sure they would because, I mean, they're enclosed, right? They can't go anywhere. I mean, that's part of the game. I mean, they're locked in with all their buddies, right? Or I guess they're not buddies yet, but they become buddies, right? They team up, and I thought for sure that they would do it just because they could, you know? I mean, they didn't have to have a live audience, but if they all got tested before they went in, I mean, I'm going to be really honest. I'm kind of irritated with Hollywood right now. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's not till this stuff really starts drying that you kind of get the full effect of what it's doing. Because it kind of almost looks muddy right now, right? But let me show you the other one we did earlier. You just finish this little dab up here. I just think a rose gold would look really pretty too. Speaking of like Hollywood and being irritated, you know what else I'm irritated about? A whole season of, it was on, it's the Hallmark Channel? Yeah, it had to have been the Hallmark Channel. Gracie and I watch a lot of Hallmark. But the When Calls the Heart, because of that stupid like college stuff, and I don't mean it's stupid like they shouldn't have been caught, but I mean stupid like what were you thinking? Yeah, they didn't have the last season. And I'm like, hello? Cliffhanger much? Like, come on. I need to find out whether he really and truly is dead, or if he's gonna make a surprise return. You know, how's the baby? You know, I don't know. Oh, I'm just irritated with actors right now. Okay. All right, that is very gold. Wow, wow, wow. I love that. And I'm going to love it even more once we get kind of the boho thing going on over here, I think. Okay, and so this is what this other one, it's not completely dry, but if you look, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but when you turn it, you can really see that opaly pinks and teals coming through. So yeah, and so it was remember, it was as dark as this one, and it just lightens up the more and more it dries. So all right, guys, I will call this one a video now, and then when all of this is dry, I will come back and record us decorating these on the inside. Okay, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.